This bout.
I'm Todd Grisham, and not a bad day for a fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time. It's the incomparable. So here is Roy Jones Jr. from Pensacola, Florida. That's the area I grew up in, and I've known about this guy for a long time, and now the boxing world is learning all about him, too.
This is going to be an intense stare before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing the newly crowned champion, holding a record of 22 wins, no losses, 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the young, undefeated, and newly crowned IBF middleweight champion of the world, known as Captain Hook.
Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. The perfect counter lands. That hook doesn't score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Only catching air with that hook. That counter shot lands. Nope, that jab not going to score. They exchange punches. There's a counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. He threw a punch and just got countered. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
A perfect counter shot. Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. Want to cool you down, want to ice you back, want to give you instructions in your head, and want to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that lap. What do we expect to see here in round two? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Good counter punching. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. He got out of the way of that right hook. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that round. The bell rings and we start the third. It has been... Did you see that? Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? You'd like to see more jabs. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just misses with that uppercut. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones. And there's the bell to start round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Couldn't land that jab. And he scores with the counter. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you... Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we continue.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. On to the 5th we go. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And down goes Jones Jr. Let's see that again.
I need to see that again.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
He's up, but for how long? Look at us. On the heels. Look at, it's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
Not the best start, Bob. You know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. So get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Missed him with that uppercut. is a high-octane battle. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure.
I'm a Russian, I'm a fighter, I am everything you fear. Ask your questions, I'm the